Two shadowy figures are on their motorcycles, looking for fresh meat, since they're Hell's Angels, and this was 1969. They come across a house. With a very innocent family. One of the shadowy figures takes one of their hunting knives and cuts into the screen door, unlocks the screen door, walks right in, walks into the kitchen, and sees a beautiful young maiden who is the wife of a bar owner. Anyway, they walk into the kitchen to see her washing dishes. One of the bikers touches her boobies. One of the bikers touches her inappropriately. Thinking that it's her husband coming home early. Stop it. She turns around and sees that it's not her husband. And discovers that it's a couple of very suspicious looking strangers. Who are you? Who are you people? She said. One of them carrying a knife that they took out of their holster. We're just here scavenging for food. We're hungry, you see. The woman with a terrified and shocked look on her face. Go someplace else then. The man with the knife says, "No, sorry, lady. We don't do well with orders. We don't do well with rule. We don't do well with orders, with taking orders from a woman." "Well, my husband will be home pretty soon," she said. "Good. That'll give us plenty of time. Plenty of time for what?" she said. To do what we've got to do. Not knowing what they're up to, he slits her throat. From ear to ear. Laughing while she's choking on her own blood. After he slits her throat, he viciously rapes her. These two men take turns. And then the husband comes home. Well, first, the man with the hunting knife cuts the wife up into little pieces. Cuts the wife up into little pieces. Leaves them on the floor. The husband comes home to find his wife cut up into little pieces. Hey, one of them says. Like, we're awful sorry about your wife, but she wouldn't cooperate. So you killed her? He said. Well, yeah, she wouldn't cooperate with us. But if you cooperate with us, we'll let you live. What do you want? Like, we just want to have a good time. The father, the husband, knowing that they were lying, he tries to call the cops. Yeah, I wouldn't really worry about that. I wouldn't really worry about calling the cops, because we cut the phone lines. Knowing it's too late, the man with the hunting knife repeatedly stabs the husband. But before he repeatedly stabs the husband, he beats the husband, and then stabs the husband repeatedly, and then cuts off his head. The bikers decide to leave. An hour later, a small 10-year-old boy discovers the mutilated bodies of his parents. 20 years later, the same group of shadowy figures kill the man who witnessed his parents' murder. This man's name was Jack Carter. The same group of bikers, the same group of shadowy figures, killed the man who was once a little boy who witnessed the murder of his parents. They tore off his legs. They tore off his arms. They carved out his tongue and cut out his eyes. But little did they know that they were creating a very vengeful spirit. After they killed him and tore apart his body, they buried him. But what they did not know was that he would come back. He would come back and plot his revenge against all of them. Not just the ones that murdered his parents, but all bikers. Only the bikers that were drug dealers, traffickers, and rapists. So if you ever come to Camp Carter, watch out, because he has a taste for biker blood. And you will know the consequences of your actions.